allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, students and teachers. This is Sarah Guevara for WXL Calusa Elementary, VXL. Today is Tuesday, August 19, 2025. Today is another great day at Calusa Elementary where the grass is always greener and where learning is an adventure. Now for a special report.
Good morning, I am Dalton Novello. Students, we have our first dance on Wednesday. Please bring in $2 for the entrance and extra money for snacks. Now to our AR roundup.
Students, get ready to begin reading to reach your AR goal. We will be starting our AR program soon. 3rd through 5th grades can begin STAR testing to get your reading book level. So get ready to read to become a happy camper reader. Now to the weather.
Today is another beautiful day at Calusa Elementary. The weather for today will be sunny with the temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Stay out of the heat and enjoy our beautiful Miami weather. Now to the lunch menu.
Today's lunch choices are cheese sticks, corn dogs, and sweet potatoes. Delicious. Now to our adventurous administrator.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, teachers and staff. And yes, it's going to be another beautiful day in paradise. I hope you had a wonderful evening and you're ready for a great day of learning. And yes, boys and girls, we're having the dance, but remember, we need to be at our best behavior in order to attend the dance. Those are rewards that we provide to you when you behave the way you've been behaving for the past 3 days. It's been awesome so far. Teachers, please make sure to complete attendance before 9 o'clock. We need to have a list of the no-shows. And once again, the students on the no-shows are going to drop on Friday. That's when you have to send the child to the office if somebody shows up. But for now, if somebody shows to your class, just make sure that you put show. And boys and girls, remember uniform. Make sure you wear it every single day. And cafeteria behavior, I love what I'm seeing, and please do continue with that. Now over to our wonderful assistant principal, Mrs. Reyes.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. Good morning, boys and girls. Again, I want to thank all the kids that are coming in on 96th Street. I'm sure the rest of the school is doing a great job also. But the patrols on that side are helping all the little ones. That's kindergarten side, so a lot of them do cry in the morning, but it's getting better and better, and they're helping them out. They're walking them over, they're talking to them, making them feel comfortable. So thank you so much for that. And again, students, you can help your parents also by being ready on the drop-off lane. As soon as your parent pulls up, make sure you're ready so you can get off and they don't have to get off the car, okay? So that can speed up the lane and we don't hold up traffic. So far, so good. Also, teachers, next week we will begin testing. So Monday and Tuesday, we're gonna start with reading first for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Then Tuesday will be math for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Then Wednesday, we're going to start with kindergarten first and second reading. And then Friday, we're going to do kindergarten first and second math. So teachers, make sure you have a laptop card. Make sure you restarted it several times. There's a lot of updates that need to go in. So the computers are really, really slow. So make sure you update them several times. Restart them several times. And teachers, remember, get into the habit of signing in. So make sure you sign in and take attendance. And that's it for my announcements.
Also, teachers, I sent you a message to notify the parents that this week we're having an emergency drill. Please make sure that you send the class dojo home, letting them know that it's just a drill. And also, we will be having a faculty meeting next week on Wednesday after dismissal. Now, let's wrap it up. Our news crew, they're doing a phenomenal job. Not bad, second day on the job, and they're doing great. Ready? Calusa is where learning is embedded.